Hello everyone, myself Manjunath MP. My project title is Electricity Theft Detection in Smart Grids. Chapter 1, Introduction. Significant learning grants computation models that are created utilizing various taking care of layers to learn deficiencies of data with various levels of consolation. These procedures have vehemently chipped away at the state of art in talk affirmation, visual article affirmation, object acknowledgement, and various spaces like medicine, revelation, and genomics. Significant learning tracks down strategic construction in didactic educational assortments by using the back expansion computation to show how a machine should change. Inside limits are used to calculate the deficiency in each layer from the deficiency in last past layer. Significant consolations nets have accomplished jump advances in taking care of pictures, videos, talk, and sound, while monotonous nets have shown light on sequential data like text and talk. Computer-based intelligence development capacities various pieces of monument culture, from app searches to content filtering on casual networks to ideas on electronic business destinations, and it is logically present in purchaser things like cameras and cells. Man-made intelligence structures are used to perceive object in pictures, unravel talk into text, match new things, posts or things with clients' tendencies, and select material results of search. Continuously, these applications are class of methodologies called significant learning. Conventional simulated intelligence techniques were limited in their capacity to deal with ordinary data in their rough design for quite a while. Building a model affirmation or PC based insight system accepted very planning board space expertise to design a part extractor that changed unrefined data into a sensible internal deficiency or component vector from which the learning subsystem regularly a classifier could distinguish or bunch plans in the data. Dissipation learning is a lot of technique that allows a machine to dealt with unrefined data and to subsequently find the deception expected for revelation or gathering. Next part is company profile. Chapter 2 is literature survey. First one is an elective procedure for recognition and relief of power robbery in South Africa. Authors are Q Law and P Bocaro. Electricity theft and illicit ground surface conductor connections are widespread in South Africa. This peculate is not just proposes revenue loss and equipment damage, but it also poses a life-threatening hazard. Despite decades of research into non-technical losses, no general course zero sequence current based detection as a mitigation approach for managing unauthorized ground surface conductor connections. The validity of this technique as well as influence on sensation changes in soil resistivity is demonstrated by simulation and experimental data. The second one is AI pipeline for recognizing electricity theft. Authors are M. Anwar, N. Javed, A. Khalid, M. Imran, and M. Shoaib are the authors. Power robbery is the essential drivers of electrical power misfortune that altogether influences the income misfortune and the nature of electrical influence. By the current techniques for the discovery of criminal way of behaving a burglary are differentiated and modeled since the imbalanced idea of data set and I demonstrably of time series information make it trying to remove significant data. This paper settle these issues by frustrating a clever power burglary discovery model coordinating three calculators ready to go. The proposed system first applies the engineered monetary oversampling procedure for modifying the data set. The third one is the wide and profound conventional brain networks for power robbery recognition to Get savvy matrices. Authors are Z Zing, Y Heng, X New, H and Dhai, and Y Jo. Power blurgery is hurtful to control lattices incorporating data streams with energy streams. Brilliant matrices can assist with tackling the issues of power robbery, claiming to the accessibility of genetic information created from shared frameworks. The information exemption on the information of brilliant matrices is useful in recognizing power blurgery due to unusual power utilization. Example of energy hoodlums, notwithstanding the current strategy of unfortunate recognition exactness of power robbery, since a large portion of them were led on one layered power utilization information and neglected to catch the periodicity of power utilization. The study examines initially proposed a clever power blurgery location technique in view wide and profound CNN model to address the above worries. Fourth one is Savimetrics, the better than ever power lattic and overview. Authors are Exitooth, Satyajayant Mishra, Goliang Ding Yang. The splendid grids as state-of-art power cross-section uses two-way movements of force and information to make by a large conveyed motorized energy transport association. In this article, we outline the composition till 2011 on the enabling advances for the splendid grid. We researched three huge structures to be explicit: the canny establishment system, the clever organization system, and the splendid confirmation structure. We moreover propose possible future oriented in each structure colored. For the shared the board structure, we research differentiate organization targets as additional creating energy, viability, profiling interest, intensifying utility, diminishing cost, and controlling transmission. We similarly explore different organization techniques to achieve these objectives. For the order-out confirmation structure, we explore different functional security frameworks which work on the relentless nature of splendid grid and research the security as assurance issues in the canny organization. Fifth one is wide convolutional brain is profound network for power blurgery identification to get brilliant matrices. Authors are Yang, Zhang, Xnew, HD Dai, and Wiso. Power blurgery is hurtful to drive networks incorporating data streams with energy streams. Brilliant frameworks can assist with addressing the issues of power blurgery processing to the accessibility of use information created from savvy networks. The information examination on the information of shared lattice is useful in distinguish power robbery in view of the unusual power utilization. Example of energy cheat. Not unless the current techniques have unfortunate identification precious of power blurgery, since the majority of them were laid on one layered power utilization information and neglected to catch the periodically of power utilization. For existing and proper system, the current framework utilization a part examination PCA to perform order with decreasing eyelet space and contrast the resultant arrangement finished with all information elements to decipher the end work on the future preparation process. The current framework utilizes the base over respectiveness, greatest persistence plan to recognize the main islets and approve the significance of recurrent space islets over the long run area islets of distinct probability disadvantages of existing system. Albeit the current framework model had the option to accomplish amazing outcomes there throughout of time era includes alone existed their exhibition. The current framework model DNN based strategies require lots of marked information for preparing it. Maybe a test and account power blurgery location as getting marked knowledge can be troublesome and tedious. The current framework DNN models are computationally costly to prepare and can consume day, particularly for used datasets. This can make it try to adjust a new information or changes in the shred matrix rapidly. Next one is proper system. Our proposed arrangement of power robbery discovery in 7 matrix in view of counterfeit brain organization ANN comprises of the accompanying 3 stages: information examination and pre-processing, component extraction and order. The proposed framework utilizes the power utilization dataset allowed from the Kaggle. The gathered information will go through pre-processing, which incorporates information cleaning, standardization and component extraction. This step is basic as it guarantees that the information is in a reasonable configuration for ANN model to gain from the dataset. Contains no name of faithful use or untrustworthy utilization. So first we will name the dataset utilization a comparative grouping. Advantages of proposed system: high existence ANN fashion models displayed to have high precision in distinguishing power blurry. This grounds that ANN models can learn complex examples and connections in the utilization information are to distinguish utilizing customary usable strategies. Feasible study: the business proposal with a high level project plan is presented during this phase to assess the project's viability. The practically appraisals is to be done during framework examination. It is done to make certain that the business won't have to pay for the planned system. The 3 elements listed below are essential to the feasibility analysis: economical feasibility, technical feasibility and community feasibility. Tools and technologies used: Python. Python, as the surname suggests, is a sophisticated programming dialect that is interactive, characterized by object and understood. Python was calculated to be extremely readable. It has smaller number syntactical skin tone than extra nations and usually uses English terminology instead of punctuation. Python features: the language Python is easy to use, learn with a sufficient language, easy order and few vocabulary. This allows the student to quickly learn a new language. Readability: code written in Python is more understandable and more clearly stated. Simple to take care of: Python coding is simple to maintain. Next one is writing style encoding. The operation of the characters begin as translator is launched with the characters payload and processed until the programmer itself is completed. After the code has completed, the interpreter tool becomes idle. Flask framework: the buttermilk website toolkit is in black and white in Python. Armina Ronachar, the president of POCO and International Association of Python existence, invented it. Flogon is built a tool WSGI library and its Zinza to forms machine equally are POCO developments. Chapter 3 is software requirement specification. In software requirement specification, users and functional requirements and non-functional requirements are there. To users is used to send and receive information. You can attempt to plan structure for device information in our project. Security: it is simple and effective software engineer to use. Functional requirements: in encoding, a consistency requirement is used to show consistency of an object structure or a part of it to appear as a technique of data source leads and else is a crucial part of existence reason. Grouping, server, client and showcasing are there. Non-functional requirements, performance necessities. Paras execution prerequisites refer to time takes a repost to the query for framework's capability. Our business is supposed being capable assist with any needs the client requests. It also tackles the problem for the last consumers. Safety requirements: Goods should bed adhere to security standards. The gadgets should be given up to the outline. The instant other people steal or misplace the technology when our item turns down and then broadcast another mystery word. Next one is hardware and software requirements. Hardware requirements are system. The specification for system is Pentium i3 processor. The specification for hard disk is 500 GB. Specification for monitor is 15 inch LED. Input device used are keyboard and mouse. RAM is 4 GB. Software requirements: operating system Windows 10. Coding language used is Python, and framework is Flask framework. Chapter 4 is system design. In system design, system architecture is there. You can see the picture of system architecture. And the next one is contest diagram. Here's the explanation for contest diagram. DFT important modeling tools. It is cast of acceptable the system gears. Chapter 5 is detailed design. Use case diagram. In chapter 5 detailed design, there are 5 subparts. First one is use case diagram. This is the mixture of best displaying methods that have been successful in simulating systems. This is the use case diagram. Next one is sequence diagram. From figure agenda of UML, a diagram sequences a systematic depreciation that shows the link events and sequence variable must occur. Signal sequence chart construct event situations and diagram of time or various titles for diagrams of sequence. This is the sequence diagram. And activity diagram. Third one is activity diagram. Activity graphs from figures are illustrations of workflows including choice, interaction, and concurrently boosted by activities and actions. Activity graphs used to illustrate how things work and business processes core systems in the union models language. Activity chart for activity diagram. This is the activity diagram. Fourth one is class diagram. A chart of class is a type of outline of static design used by programming that shows each class characteristics, exercise, and communication between each class to show the groundwork of a framework. It indicates the kind of subclasses are given. This is the class diagram. And next one is ER diagram. And chapter 6 is implementation. Model description. In model description, data collection and data sets are there. In the foremost model, we do the course of day variety. This is essential variable steps towards the certifiable improvement of a artificial intelligence model gathering data. This is the fundamental steps that will stream in how extraordinary the model will be. The more and better data that we get, the better our model will perform. There are a couple of procedures to encapsulate the data, like web scratching, manual modifications, and so on. Next one is data sets. The data sets comprises of 3510433 individual information. The 9 sections of data sets are you can see below. These are the 9 sections of data sets. And the architecture of ANN, we use the algorithm ANN, artificial neural network, for making this project. The brain network has many layers, and each layer carries out a particular lore, and as the intensity of a model expands, the quantity of layers likewise builds. That why it is known as multi-facet perceptron. Working for ANN, accuracy of test set and saving the trained model. These are the screenshots of our project. First one is home page, and next picture is shown is login page. Third one is upload page, and fourth is data sets. Fifth and sixth are the prediction pages of our project. Performance analysis page and pie chart. Chapter 7 is system testing. In subpart, testing reports are there and types of tests are there. Testing reports means before the equipment has to clear inspection, a stage of delivery, before initiating live operations. An application is verified by running it against a view of fault and errors. A test setting with an excellent chance to identify a flaw is ideal. The evaluation does its job if it determines and fixes a flaw that remains to be identified. Testing must be met for and work successfully. System evaluation operations on the assumption that a goal will be correctly attended if each of its parts are genuine. Multiple tests go. It suggests a system including ones for network conserve, volume street, healing, security and usability. The aim of check is to find flaws. Checking is the practice of attempting to track down each conceivable defect or weakness in a task creation that permits you to assess segments, gatherings, or potentially a finished arrangement. This product testing way to deal with guarantee that it fulfills its request and fits the requirements of clients and neglects to not pass in a bothersome manner. There are a few kinds of tests. Each assessment type is calculated to justify unique assignment object. Types of tests are first one is unit test. Unit verification requires developing tests to demonstrate that the core software logic is functioning properly and that software inputs produce correct outputs. Validation should be conducted on any decision tree within the code flow. Inspection of the computers that makes up the program. It is carried out until all of it tested final is but before merging. Next one is integration testing. Connectivity assessments are performed to govern whether linked courses operate as an undefined programmer. It is event based and focuses on the principal after effect of APIs or features. Connectivity checks confirm that whereas each element was singly pleasing as evidenced by good unit examinations, its combination is suitable and ongoing. It is meant to highlight concerns that arise as a result of an assembly of things. And next one is functional set. These tests are semantically proof that the use is accessible, analyzed, or in consistence with company and technical standards, system paperwork and instructions. A few things are the focus on practical testing. System test. Structure evaluation verifies that the linked programmer fits the criteria. It validates a setup to provide predictable and constant outcomes. The setting focus integrated system test is a form of system testing. Evaluation of systems is conducted using procedures and flows, putting a focus on pre-driven workflow connections as fine as integration sites. Next one is white box testing. Testing is a type of evaluation in which programmer being tested testing is aware with the programmer's inner workings, order and terminology, or at least that is its aim. It serves a reason. It serves to evaluate black box locations that have become unreachable. Black box testing it tough to assigning a program sans any prior experience of its basic workings, order or terminology. Like most of other sorts of assessment, black box checks should be created utilizing a certain source history. For example, a bunch of standards or a framework. It functions as form of assessment Next one is acceptance testing. Appreciations by users screening is an important component of one plan that demands active engagement from the consolation customer. It also guarantees to occupy fulfills the criteria for function. Chapter 8 is conclusion. In conclusion, electricity theft detection in smart grids is a crucial and effective solution to address the growing problem of energy theft in modern power distribution system. The implementation of survey network advancements empowers utilities to monitor, analyze, and detect irregularities in electricity consumption patterns more efficiently and accurately than traditional systems. Next one is future enhancement. We wish to stretch out our technique to distinguish constant power blurgerly later on. Since this strategy was assisted in light of utilizing examples of SGCC clients, it can additionally be approved against datasets from various regions to guarantee its relevance any place. And next one is last part is reference. First one is S Forest November 2nd 2021 non-technical losses, a 96 billion global opportunity for electrical utilities. Second one is QLA and P Bokaro, an alternative technique for the detection and mitigation of electricity theft in South Africa. Third one is M Anwar, N Javed, A Khalid, M Imran and M Shoaib, electricity theft detection using pipeline in machine learning. Fourth one is Z Zing and Wang, XNew, H and I and Wang, wide and deep convolutional neural network for electricity theft detection to secure smart grids. Fifth one is Pickering, 1st November 2021. E-merits offer multiple ways to combat electric theft and tampering. Sixth one is S. Mishra, Smart Grid, the new improved power grid. Surely IEEE common survey thoughts. Seven was is Ismail M. Shah, efficient detection of electricity theft, cyber attacks in AMI network. 9 one is machine learning techniques for energy theft detection in AMI in constant software engineering information management. Ninth one is Jindal. The main aim is tackling energy theft in smart grids throughout data driven analysis. Thank you.